Good afternoon, art class. Today we are finishing up our radial symmetry project, which is super cool and I'm excited. So let me go ahead and share my screen and we will just go ahead and dive in here. Okay, I'm sharing my desktop here. Okay, so I wanted to start here on our Clever page because sometimes for whatever reason you missed class or you missed our work last week. And I did want to show you that you can still access last week's work. And even if you miss class, I always do lesson videos. So if you're like, well, Miss Argane, I don't know what to do, well, just go back and watch this video and that will teach you what to do. So, this art project link and this art project link is actually the same link. So if you go back and do your work, I will absolutely give you credit for last week's work, but got to do it. All right, let's get off of annotate here. So we can access everything here in Clever. The only thing is you don't have an exit ticket this week. You can see that's missing. That's because we're finishing our project and you're going to be showing your mastery in your work. So let's go over to our project. This is what it looks like finished. I was already working on this to do some screenshots. So I'm just gonna kind of delete the things that I'm gonna teach you today. Delete the background, delete the shadow. I'm going to ungroup this from where I had grouped it, and I will be deleting everything until, here we are. This is where we stopped last week. I like to turn on my guidelines, so view, guides, show guidelines. This will just help me keep things even and symmetrical. All right, so I think I also need to ungroup this. Okay, so at this point, this is where we stopped. We had created our design, we balanced it by repeating shapes, we balanced it with the colors. My dominant color is teal with some like supporting greens and blues. Huzzah. So I need to group this. I do that by clicking and dragging. So click, stay holding on the click and pull over. That will select all the shapes and then I can go to arrange group. Now sometimes this is what your screen looks like. You can see these tools, but you don't see the rest of the tools. That just means you're missing the rest of the menu. So this little arrow here will show you all of it because you will need that to be able to hit arrange group. All right, so now it's together. I'm going to go to edit, duplicate. To duplicate means to make a copy. There's our copy. And then we know this circle is what we use to rotate. I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. Now, if you look on the screen, I can actually see how many degrees. That's 99.9. That's 58.6. I want it to be a square. So 90 degrees is a square. And then I will just move that down and that looks good. Okay, so let's duplicate it again. Edit, duplicate, and let's rotate. So 90 plus 90 is 180. So again, I can see my degrees there, 180 degrees. That's 201, nope. That's 132, nope. 180 degrees, and then move that over into place. And looking good. Okay, looks all lined up. You can see here I'm kind of using this central circle to match up my shapes. Let's do it again. Edit, duplicate, rotate, which 180 plus 90 is 270, not 272, 270. And line up. Let me check that. Okay, that looks good. Let me just see if it needs to come over slightly. Is it? Yeah, so just tweaking and lining it up in the middle. Basically, I should only see one circle. So I've layered those on top of each other. That looks beautiful. Let's go ahead, drag and select, and let's go ahead and group this together. Arrange, group. Okay, cool. Now if I accidentally move it, it's still all together. And yay, we have a radial design, but we would just want to kind of put some finishing touches on our artwork. So let's go to Insert, Image, and we're going to search the web. So I looked up the word texture at first, and then I was finding a lot of grays and blues, and I was thinking to myself, well, I don't know how well my blue design is going to show up on a blue background. So I went ahead and I added the color that I wanted for my background. Now, you don't have to do an orange background. I chose orange because I thought that would go well with my kind of bluish green color. You have to make an artistic decision. What color is going to work best for you? And then you just type in that color. So if I type in texture purple, it's going to give me some wonderful choices there. Texture yellow, beautiful. For me, I wanted to go with orange. And I kind of scrolled and thought about which specific color was going to work best with my design. And I really enjoyed this one because it was a little bit lighter in the middle, darker on the outside. It just seemed like it would work nice. When you select the image, this little blue box will pop up and you can insert it. Now, right now, my background A is on top of my shape and B is honestly, it's not the right size. So I'm going to move my background up and kind of line it up to my square. And then because this is just a textured background, I'm actually just going to go to this bottom square and I'm going to just drag it down and make it fit the box. So now my background fits the texture. Now, technically I'm stretching it out. That may not work if you have kind of like a background with recognizable images, in which case you just want to use the side here. And it's okay if it goes a little bit off the side. But with texture backgrounds, usually you can just stretch it out to fit and no one will really notice that you stretched it. It looks totally fine. Okay, I can't see my artwork. I need to take this background, arrange, order, send to back. Bam, now I can see my artwork. That looks really nice. This next step is completely optional, but it really does make your background super sharp. It just helps you, I don't know, let's see which one you like the best. So here we are, this is with no shadow. If you wanna make a shadow, select your shape, go to Edit, Duplicate, and then we've got, it will automatically select a duplicate. So then you can go to Fill Color, Black, and then you'll also need to go to your border color and go black as well. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have the shape selected. I had to reselect it. I'm also gonna make the border color black. Okay, and issue, it's on top of my artwork. So select the shadow, arrange, order. Don't send it to back because that would put it behind your background. So you just want to send backward. So it'll put it one layer back. So it'll put it underneath your artwork. Haha. And you actually probably don't even need to move it. And that just is going to make it pop off of the background a little bit. Again, it's optional. You kind of have to decide which one looks better to you. And you can also play around with it. So maybe I'll go to Format Options. Maybe I will, I think in reflection. No, I don't want a reflection. I don't want to drop shadow. Oh, I'm, Miss Arcane is off base here. I was thinking about doing a custom color and doing it see-through, but I just do that through color. Like so. Uh-oh, I have like, somehow, oh, it still has a reflection. That's why. No reflection. I don't know. That's kind of interesting as well. So you can play around with it. Again, this is just a finishing touch. So you don't have to. There's room to play with it for sure. Wonder if I just go to transparent border color if I like that. Interesting. So that's just the difference between like a gray shadow versus a solid black. So play around with what you like. Solid black, a little bit see-through, maybe even like a different color. That's fun to play with. It does just help that pop off the background a little bit. And then just to get the full impact, let's go to view guides and get rid of the guides. Ah, lovely. At which point my artwork is done and Miss Arcane will grade it and give me an awesome grade. All right, guys, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Oop, not a new share. Sorry. Stop share. All righty. And then a reminder, no exit ticket because you're showing your mastery in your work. So that is what I'm looking for, meaning that artwork is worth 80%, do now is worth 20%. So I cannot wait to see your projects. Good luck, guys.